We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hi.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about how we now price a lot of our mailers above 60%.
You know, I was going to say, I noticed the other day you were showing me our podcast numbers and how well they're doing and how many people were gaining. And I took a step back and I thought, wonder why? And it made me think about all the children that are using this at night to fall asleep.
I almost spit my coffee all over the place.
All the parents of those children who are turning this on to lull their children to sleep. You're welcome.
Here's a conversation that Jill and I had right before we just turned the microphones on. We had a house full of people and for Thanksgiving for like several days. And so we watched them work and all the stuff we did.
One of them worked.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And so he's watching this regular bi-weekly webinar that this guy holds about investing in stocks. I wish I knew his name. And I was so impressed. I'm like, God, this guy really knows his stuff. He's a former CPA for a big 3 accounting firm. He's got gray hair. He's got allergies, and he wasn't really
He had no sidekick.
No sidekick. And his allergies, he's just, hold on. He's like, hold on a second. And then he would go off the screen and come back. And it was clearly just blew his brains out.
Totally serious?
Yeah.
Like he muted and then you had to wait there for a minute? Oh, that's hilarious.
And I asked my guy that was staying with us, I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh yeah, he has allergies regularly. So whatever. But it was all business. It was like, I think it was all about the stock market. I think the stock market's going to do this. I think this sector, and this is why, with graphs and screenshots. And I'm like, you know what? People that want to buy and sell land are not getting that from this show.
I know. I'm like, we're kind of mellowed so far this week. He's like, well, maybe we should be. I'm like, oh.
That's why this show works, because if I did a show, it would be like that guy's show and 6 people would watch it. If Jill did a show, it would be like, the Bugs Bunny show.
That's true. It would be like that.
So there's something in between, and I don't know if that's good. I don't know if,
You tell us.
Yeah, let us know. Based on the people that join Land Academy, I think we're attracting the right people.
Right. They are very smart. They suffer through me.
Yeah. They listen to a whole 20-minute show and get 3 sentences of valuable information.
There you go.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel and comment on the shows you like.
If you need to say excuse me and clear your throat or anything, go right ahead.
I know.
Yeah.
It really angers you, doesn't it?
No. Apparently it's okay because that guy does it. That's what I think is so funny. All right. Tony wrote, looking to get estimated selling price per acre in blank county, Texas. They do not have many properties for sale and have a few signed purchase agreements. Most of the properties are between 6 and 12 acres. Any support or experience for selling in this county is appreciated.
Lack of information in this business can be beautiful, like in this case, or it can be really scary. I've over the years learned that when you don't have information like this, you're probably going to sell the heck out of these properties.
It's a good thing.
So you want to make sure that you don't go nutty. Yeah. You want to make sure you don't go nuts pricing on the buy side. But I love when this happens. It's happened to us recently where there's just no data. Mm-hmm. We sent out tons and tons of letters, and on accident, we hit a pocket, an area where there's just no data. So I'll tell you what we did. In Texas, this is really hard because they just don't give you the sale prices. Mm-hmm. So what Jill and I did is we took the property, and it just sold, by the way. We just had an accepted offer because we did it right. We took a look at in NeighborScoop, clicked through, or in DataTree, if you pull the data, both places have it, the last known sale. And so, or if you look at, and I love the way Jill does this, like on Zillow or anywhere, you'll see what properties were listed for and then they were sold, even if it was a long time ago. So at least you can get a gauge. They may not have the sale price in there where it smacks you in the face, the completed sale price, but they do have what it was listed for. It was listed for $30,000 for 2 weeks, and then it sold.
Right. You could see if it was listed and then went under contract pretty darn quickly after that, you got a pretty good idea.
You got to be below that, right?
That it was around there.
So my point is, the data's there. You just got to dig for it. In all cases, the data is there. It might be old, and it might not be what we're used to, like we're just perfectly lined up data, like the stock market, actually.
Right.
It's just not there. And that, I'll tell you, this keeps a lot of people out of this business. You have to be a creative person and kind of believe in yourself to say, yeah, this is actually a good price. That's not for everybody.
I like
only
it.
Helps us.
You know, it's funny. I have a property right now. I'm working with a broker that she can't prove me wrong, kind of thing. She's nervous with this price. And I said, we're listing it at this. And she's like, oh, but I'm like, prove me wrong. Because I've got this, this, and this to go on. And she can't. It's like she's holding herself back because I want to shake her and say, hey, lady, by the way, if you stick with me, you're going to get a better commission.
Like 3 times a month.
Exactly. She's not
property you're talking about.
And so I'm happy. And she did it though. I said, I think we did it wrong. I think we need, because we rolled it out there at one price and it was too low. We got an offer too fast, and it was close to that. And we both said something's not right here. And I went back and dug a little bit more, and we talked about it, and we're like, nope. So we countered it like double. That's really what I did. I countered it double.
You want to tell the story?
Yeah.
Give the numbers.
Okay. So
it's a good story.
We bought it for 25, I want to say. Yeah, about 25 all in. And we listed it at, I think it was like 69, something like that. Or 75. I think it was 75. I can't remember. Anyway, and we got an offer for 65. And we looked at it. I'm like, something's not right there. Because I'm looking around again. It's 4 acres. Should I say
It's got
where?
a mobile home on it.
Yeah, it's got a fallen down mobile home in a shed. It's got stuff in there. It's in Idaho. So, and there's nothing around that area. There's really little comps. This exact problem. So, but the comps I can find are good. And I'm like, and this, again, this has a falling down mobile on it. So I know that it has electric power. A lot of the things have already been figured out. They need to be turned back on and maybe flushed and whatever, but they exist.
Bugs Bunny needs some flushing.
Exactly. So anyway, I said, no, I don't like that 60. I came back and I said, look, and she was trying to sell me on it. And she's like, and then like she came back with proof of funds. I'm like, what are you doing? I said, all right, counter at 120. That's what I did. I countered it. I said, well, I think we did this wrong. I want you to counter at 120 because I don't like it. I don't like what this person's doing. I don't think you're right. Anyway, and she came back and said, yeah, of course that agent said the guy doesn't want it. I said, good. I hope it. I wasn't going to do it. I'm like, I'm glad
Let's relist it.
I said, now we're going to relist it at 165.
Jill, you're just so the right girl.
And she did it. So that was good. I wrote her a note and I just said, look, we're clearly not on the same page. And I did. I don't know how long she's been in business, but I referenced you. I said, I got a 25-year plus pro here with me. And we feel very strongly about this. Please relist it at this. And so she actually did. She didn't drag her feet. She came back within a couple hours and said, all right, we're listening. You're down 165. I'm like, good. Let's do that. You price things too cheap, by the way. You sometimes you make people worry. Sometimes people go, what's wrong with it? So you do need to price it well to really showcase how great this property is. It's worth it. It could command that.
She was a good real estate agent, behaving like a dog.
Yeah. Tell
the dog what to do. It does it, and it wags its tail for more. That's what a real estate agent should do.
Yeah, she did that. It was good.
This falls right into our topic.
Okay, good.
Today's topic, we now price above 60%. This is why you're listening.
Are you talking about on the buy side or the sell side?
You know how people say, don't judge a book by its cover? So this title is the cover. This is not the Land Academy model. This is this new offshoot of massive success Jill and I are having personally, and I want to share it with everybody. I read a title of a book one time, and I never read the book because I didn't need any more information. This is not that.
You
need
read
a
the
little more
title and that
information.
was it and said, I got this?
Yeah. It was Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus.
Oh, you're like, oh, I got it. I don't need to read
Yep,
the book.
got it.
All right,
I
that's
know
fair.
that. I don't need to know why. I already know that's true. Thank you. That's not the case here.
I'm reading a book right now that I'm about to send back because it's dumb.
What is it?
It's all medical. It's all medical studies. That's not what it's called compassionomics. And I thought it was going to be a little more about, in the real world compassion.
Is it Friedman?
No, I don't know who
Milton
it is.
Friedman?
No, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, the point is it's all medical studies. And I'm like, I did not want to read published case studies.
So Milton Friedman did a massively successful book called Freakonomics, and I bet
It's not that. Nope.
It's not the same author.
Nope. It's not. It's all medical stuff.
What point are they trying to prove?
You really want to know? I mean, it's really about the medical industry and how compassion and understanding and being on the same page with your doctor results in shorter health stays, patients being more compliant. Seriously, like taking the medication.
Sounds like
and it could save the planet. It could save lives and save money. That's really the gist of it.
it sounds like your nightmare read.
Right? I'm like, I thought it was going to be. I appreciate a chapter on the health industry and how that.
Well, what did you want the book to be?
That's what I'm trying to say. A chapter on the health industry. But then I wanted to talk about, because the reason I got this book was I was thinking about my customers, I was thinking about my staff and things like that. And I know that compassion, listening to them, understanding what's important to them, all makes a difference. I went into this looking for tips and tricks to make my team and everyone around me even more loyal and more happy and
rewarded
and feel and want to be lifers. That's my whole point.
So they didn't title it right.
Nope. It should be how the health industry could make more money, period.
Listening.
Via compassion.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it should have been. And then I wouldn't have bought the book. So I'm setting it back.
So the topic is, we price above 60%. Does that mean the old school Land Academy model, buy for 30, sell for 60, buy for 20, sell for 40, or buy for 60 and sell for 120 is obsolete? Absolutely not. That's still our core business model. That's what we teach. And this is just a new little offshoot niche that Jill and I discovered in our testing, and it's passing with flying colors, and a bunch of other people in our group, in the career path groups, are doing the same thing with great success. We're finding these little niche markets where we know everybody, and we know the market, and it's usually you can view the properties, or I go out and take a look at the property. It's a lot easier because there's two of us, and Jill will do the phone work, but I'll actually do a site visit and take a look and find out what's happening there. It allows me to pay more, because I know for a fact that these 15 properties within a quarter mile have sold for X. So I know I can pay more for this new acquisition target where I have a signed contract that I'm worried about I'm paying too much.
And you can see what's coming. You can see, oh, look what they're building over here.
Yep.
Look what's happening over there, that kind of thing. So is it any particular type of property?
Yeah. Land.
Okay. How much profit then do you now want to make?
You still usually double your money, but it's not.
You're not going to buy for 60% and sell for 120%.
That's not possible.
That's what I'm saying.
So no, you're going to buy for 60% and sell for you won't double it, but
Right.
maybe. I mean, because the market might be shooting up like the
could.
rocket.
We
And
have
so,
had that happen.
yeah.
I know other members, you know who you are. You've had that happen. Like, I was so mad. I sat on this stupid property for a year, and now I sold it for way more.
Yeah, exactly. So, I
It
mean,
went up.
because the market changed.
Yep.
We didn't change our marketing. It was just sitting there. And so, no, would you pay $60,000 for a property you knew you could sell for 85 within the first day that you list it with the real estate agent or a fixed price MLS? Yeah.
It's not nuts.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Or if you just did some very simple improvements like grading
Right.
or putting a shed on it where it stands out, or you know who's going to buy it because they're buying all the property around there and they're putting mobile homes on it or developing it in some way. So it has to do with the real core knowledge of these local environments. And
Niche.
Yeah, niche. So
Niche driven.
I got this idea because in the first career path, there were a couple of people doing this already. And but they didn't know how to do a mailer. They were doing this for years already in certain places in the southern part of the country. And so, I get a lot out of career path too. And I think everybody else that was in the career path got a lot out of what those two guys were saying. And they weren't together. They were inadvertently doing this business model without actually calling it something.
Right. So in a nutshell, you're solving a problem for somebody that no one would touch. You're paying, you might be picking up something special. It's niche-y. There's something about it.
There's something
that you
about it.
see that other people aren't seeing.
That's right.
And by spending a little more money, they're selling to you, period. They will choose you. And the benefit is, boy, does my team happy, because it's so much nicer getting those phone calls, by the way, and those signed purchase agreements. Your yield's going to be higher.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another thing you really need to think about. People are maybe they're staring at, you're accidentally sending it to an area where somebody else is. It might happen. Who cares? So you make you stand out, but before that, even your offers might stand out.
So, exactly. So, and the seller always tells you a story.
Yep.
They always, it's not that much. It's not just to sign a purchase agreement and send it back. They'll call back and they'll say, and by the way, it's a lot more than they paid, because these are areas that, this isn't going to last forever. This rocket ship type appreciation in real estate, it's here to stay for probably 2 more years, maybe 3. I'm going to talk about that on the Thursday call today.
Oh, good. Okay.
So it's not going to last forever. So we're taking advantage of it now. What will last forever is the old school land academy model. Where you just double your money. But this is great right now. And I'm learning a lot.
I'm really glad. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow is House Academy, and the episode is: we now use real estate agents or fixed price MLS on every deal. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Boy, did we eat our words on that.
I know, we used to hate them.
Even 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Never use a real estate agent.
I know, it's kind of funny.
Now we utilize real estate agents
a
on
lot.
every deal.
Just about. That's so good. Waiting for my script. Thanks for being on it. I should say, excuse me and blow my nose. It's my allergies.
That's
in
what
he's
real
doing.
show.
Yeah, he claims it's his allergies. It's his script person who's behind. Anyway,
I'm the script person, and
yeah,
in a real podcast, this would all be post-produced out, and you'd never know.
Exactly, but that's not how we roll. Thank you for tuning in. If you, by the way, are a Land Academy member, don't forget, join us on Discord.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.